Welcome to Live Edge, episode number next. I'm Matt.
I'm Amy.
On this episode, we're going to talk about an iconic American tool brand that's headed for certain death. It's kind of sad, actually, but who knows? Maybe they'll be saved. Probably not. And we also got the top 10 tool deals of the week. I've got an Amazon get you ready guide. In other words, a preparation guide to get you ready for Amazon's big, what's it called? Prime Big Deal Days. It's always so confusing me to say. That starts next Tuesday, so a week from today. We're going to have a video out on those, so you want to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss those top deals for Amazon Prime. But I have some deals to share with you tonight, and also we got Chandler's Choice as well.
Yes.
What's up, everybody? All right, so we'll jump right into it. Who here has heard of Shopsmith? You can comment that yes or no in the chat there. But Shopsmith has actually been around since 1942, or I like to say 1942. They've been around for a very long time, and sadly, they issued this just a couple days ago. If you go to shopsmith.com, you can't even shop on their website anymore. All you can see is this. When you go to shopsmith.com, it's just an open letter that says, an important update from Shopsmith. After more than 70 years serving makers, builders, and woodworking enthusiasts, Shopsmith has unfortunately reached the decision to suspend operations immediately. Unless the new ownership emerges, this iconic American brand will soon be dissolved. Our lender is preparing to take possession and liquidate the company's assets, a move that would dismantle the brand and close a long chapter in American woodworking history. That's sad. But it doesn't have to end this way. A unique opportunity. Now is the time to act. We're looking for a buyer who is interested in acquiring Shopsmith's assets, brand, and loyal customer base. With the right leadership, resources, Shopsmith can thrive again to continue its legacy of delivering compact, multifunctional precision woodworking equipment trusted by generations. Over the last 2 years, we've rebuilt the supply chain, restored manufacturing, and confirmed what a community already knows. Shopsmith products remain unmatched in their value and versatility. What we lacked was the time and resources to scale awareness and grow our loyal user base. If you're interested, you can go to shopsmith.com, read the last sentence there, and then you can click on that button there. But if you've never seen Shopsmith, we actually talked to them back in March of 2024 at a trade show, and I'll just let this run here. I think this was the Mark 7, if I'm not mistaken, but they actually started in 1942. So they've been around a very long time. And yeah, somebody did buy them not that long ago, which was about 2 years ago. This guy that you're going to see in this video bought them, and he was trying to get them back on their feet. If you don't know what Shopsmith is, it basically, my internet's not going to cooperate. It basically has a table saw that turns into a drill press, that turns into a bandsaw, that turns into a sander. Like it's a multifunctional piece of equipment. They did add some modern technology on there in the displays and all this stuff. So there are some innovations happening there, but this is the guy that bought them. And we talked to them. This is a video I'll actually throw in the chat if you want to go check it out later. But it's one of those things like, they tried to revamp it and get it back on its feet, and it just didn't happen. They did add some of this modern technology where you can just push the buttons and do all these things. One of the things I noticed in the trade show was it wasn't like super intuitive to change over this stuff. I think that could be reworked a little bit. It worked well whenever they configured it like it was supposed to be, but you have to be pretty proficient with it to get it to go from one to the other. If you go on YouTube and just search My Growth Rings, he does a lot of videos on Shopsmith, and he has a lot of good content on it. So if you're more interested in learning about that, and so it's one of those things that it's kind of sad to see it go, but it's one of those things like how many people's buying this or puts this much investment in, whereas I think more people, they don't have the money to invest in one of these straight away. So what they do is they save up and they buy a table saw, and then they save up and they buy the bandsaw. So it's one of those, like, instead of having to, hit the full investment all at once, you're able to kind of chip away at it, which is what I did. But it is out there. Mr. Larry Davis says, I'm a Shopsmith guy. I have 2 of them. Their engineering is amazing. I hate to think that this last American manufacturer power tools in America may go away forever. Yeah, it's really sad.
And somebody, Alien Leader, said it's like the 4th time that they've closed their doors. I mean,
yeah, it may be one of those things that it's just proven that it's not going to work in its current state. Maybe they need some type of revamping or something.
Chris Sturba said something really cool. He said, I remember growing up with my father always taking me to the live demonstration events for Shopsmith. It was so much fun. That's cool.
Yeah.
And there are people in the chat that say they've had one. Somebody said they had one. Where'd it go? Sayers channel. I used to use my Shopsmith every day back in the 80s, and I still have it.
Mr. Gunn says, very strange about the abrupt halt in alterations. I have a theory. I have zero inside information, but I have a theory based specifically on this, where it says right here.
Are you looking for your theory?
Yeah, my theory's right here. It's right here, I promise.
You sure?
Yeah. Where'd it go?
What's it about?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's it about?
It's when it said that, where'd it go?
The lender.
Yeah, the lender.
Right there.
Ah, there it is. Our lender is preparing to take possession and liquidate the company's assets. Theory is they're behind, right? When the lender is taking over, it's like when you get behind on your house payment, 4 months, the lender starts, saying,
But
hey,
you don't know that.
I don't know that for a fact.
That's
I don't. That's me assuming.
You know what assuming does.
But why else would that sentence be in there? I don't know. But that's kind of my theory, that maybe things weren't going like they were hoping. Now I know that, Tim Shaw says finances. It's just one of those things. Like, it's very, very sad to see them to go under. Like, I wanted them to be successful. I think they were doing some cool things, like this new stuff they had added to the machines. I don't know. It was neat. And so, like, you could tell it what blade you're doing, what you're going to be cutting, and it would set the, proper RPMs, and it was pretty cool. It was a pretty neat little thing. But like I said, we talked about on the show before this, when you got you in table saw mode, what do you do with the drill press, and what do you do with the bandsaw that does it? Like, it's one of those things, like, there's a lot of parts and pieces that go with it. I think the main thing is a lot of people didn't want to take the initial hit on the investment. I don't even know what they cost brand new. If somebody could let me know.
Well, like Lower Lights says, I have 4 Shopsmiths and love them. The original concept was to have an entire shop right in your garage. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, tools are small enough now that the one and all is no longer needed.
Yeah.
So that's also another problem. It's sort of like saying, okay, you only need this one little space to have everything that you need all in once. Mm. But that's true. Now you've got, and people have come up with so many other ways to have multiple tools. They have the rotating tables that rotate one, the flip tables. And there's so many other options. Yikes. I think now that it makes it hard.
Yeah, Mr. Gunn says they're around 5,800 brand new, and that is a huge hang up for somebody just getting into woodworking. As somebody who started with nothing, borrowing tools, like I was saving up a couple $100s to buy, the miter saw, a couple $100 at a time to buy a table saw. Like, it's one of those things, like you grow into this hobby, especially if it's just a hobby for you. It's like a Shopsmith, like a $5,800 would be an investment for somebody who's in production of making stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Full complete unit costs about $7,000. So yeah. It's sad. I hate to see it. It's one of those things, like, time changes, things change, And speaking of things changing, Ryobi just dropped this brand new forced air heater. If you haven't seen, I got it locked. I can't move my little guy out of the way. There we go. So they dropped this today or yesterday. If you're in the market, you can get this hybrid forced air propane heater from Ryobi. This is on the website. I've dropped a link in the description to this too if you want to check it out. Good.
Ed J has been a member of our One Before Supporter Club for 15 months and says, thank you, 731, for the great info and tool deals.
Thank you. This heater features temperature control for 75,000 to 125,000 BTUs. What is hybrid about it? You can use propane or a battery
or extension cord.
For the actual blower. Battery or extension cord for the blower, and then hook it up to the propane tank and shoot out some heat. All right, so let's jump into the tool deals for the week. We have several deals here. Some of these expire tonight at midnight, so you want to pay attention to those so you don't miss out on any of these deals. A lot of them are connected or linked in the shop button right below this video, and then some are going to be just in the description, or you can go to my website, 731woodworks.com, and click on the tool deals button. and you'll see it. First off, $150 off the DeWalt DW735X 13-inch thickness planer. You can get this right now for $649. The old sale price used to be $599, but with the tariffs and all that stuff, it is $649 right now for the sales price. I don't think we're going to see it much lower than that anytime in the near future. You might see it a little bit lower, $20-ish maybe, but I think this is a solid deal now with all the new tariffs and all. Everybody's raising their prices. Everybody's raised their prices. So even on sale now, this is $649. All right. Also, next up, you can save $20 off the Tough 70 or $20 off the DeWalt Atomic 20 volt. This is a 20 volt version, not the 12 volt version. 20 volt multi-head driver bare tool using code Tough75. This expires at midnight. This is linked in the shop button, but this will expire at midnight. Just use that code Tough75. I actually just got this in 2 days ago, and I did not get $20 off. So I bought it somewhere else, not from Acme. And if I'd have known the sale was going on, or if I'd have known the sale was going to go on, I would have just waited and saved $20. But if you want the 12 volt version, you can also pick this up for $149 today only. This is at Lowe's. It was $199 all the way down to $149. I have this one too. I did it in a video just a few days ago, last Thursday actually. This video come out and it's included in that video. So really cool. And so what these 5-in-1 heads are good for is to get into really tight spaces. So the offset head can get you right up against something, like up against the top of a cabinet or inside a cabinet door. And the little 90-degree heads are perfect for driving pocket holes into really tight spaces, or drilling holes or driving screws into tight spaces. They're just really handy to have. Next up, this is actually linked in the description. I could not find it to link it on YouTube for YouTube shopping, but this is a screaming good deal. These fast caps, I actually have one right here. I keep it right here, or it's either in my pants pocket all the time.
I have one.
And she has one. Yeah, these little fastbacks. These are the best utility knives ever made, in my opinion. And this one, right now, you can get 3 of them for $9.97. So $10 for 3 of them. That's a screaming good deal. If you don't have any of these, pick these up. You'll thank me later.
Wife approved. Get
Wife
them for
approved.
your lady.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're great for opening Amazon boxes. Next up, you can get this today. Not today only. This is still going on. Yeah, today only, I guess. This is, Chandler put this deal up today. Today only, $110 off the Bosch dust extractor. This is a HEPA filtered dust extractor. It was $599 all the way down to $489. This one linked in the description below, or you can go to my website, 731works.com. Click on that Tool Deals button. Next up, the Milwaukee M18 Forge Starter Kit. This is an 8 amp hour starter kit with rapid charger. Is $20 off today. Was $299 all the way down to $279. This is a solid deal here. This is where you get buy one. In other words, you buy this combo kit, a 5 amp hour, and that battery there is actually a 4 amp hour power pack. Don't let it fool you because it looks a little smaller, but it's actually a 4 amp hour power stack battery. It's $299 plus you get 2 free bare tools. So this is a very, very good deal if you're looking to grow your DeWalt kit or if you just want to pick up some extra stuff. And down here are the free tools. You get a drill. You can choose between a drill and impact, a little ratcheting tool, a fan, or that drywall screw gun. So several tools there to choose from. Rigid fans, this is linked in the description. If you're looking to save some money on tools, up to 47% off rigid combo kits. There's several to choose from. Their new sander, belt sanders, a couple of fans, jigsaws. Like there is a lot going on here. The track saw, or miter saw. So if you're looking for rigid deals, this might be the way to go. Today only as well. This is on Amazon. This Craftsman 10-piece set is only $20. It was $28.98. Now it's on for 31% off, all the way down to $19.98. There are some Ryobi deals. I know a lot of you are Ryobi fans, including myself. Ryobi, however you want to say it. You're all included here. If you like to say Ryobi or Ryobi, it doesn't matter. Under $100. All of these deals linked in the description are under $100 on Ryobi tools. This is their best drill. The Ryobi 1 Plus HP drill. This is a brand new, not brand new, but it's the newest version of their drill. In other words, it's brushless, the HP line. It's all the way down to $99, $50 off. And then there's a lot of other good deals in here. This little speaker right here is incredible. It sounds incredible. This tiny little speaker, I have one in the shop. It's only like that long. The thing sounds amazing. I love that thing. So there's a lot of deals here from Ryobi if you're in the market. There's some also on my website. If you go to the website 731 and as well as in the description, I have my top Amazon deal picks for this September of 2025. A lot of these will expire today, so you want to go check that out. But we're talking about RZ mask, my favorite RZ mask or dust mask, Craftsman tape measures, Craftsman mechanic tool sets. There's a flooring saw. There's a lot of cool stuff to go check out if you want to check out all of these deals. And I got one more to share with you. But first,
Kevin Kane has been a member of our 1 to 6 supporter club for 12 months. Says
Thank you,
thanks for all you do. Love the content. I've heard those fastbacks are good for opening boxes of sticks your wife buys.
Yes, they are.
We love those boxes of sticks. And Buckroot, yes, you did catch a live.
You caught a live feed. Welcome
one.
in.
You caught one, man.
All right, so like I said, Amazon Prime Big Deal Days are coming October 7th and 8th. That's next Tuesday and Wednesday. Typically what we see on these big deal days is some of the best prices of the year. There's some like better than Black Friday deals a lot of times on these things. So you want to pay attention to these deals. Make sure you subscribe because I'll be putting out a deal video. But we also send out daily tool deal emails if you just want to keep up with the deals all year round. You can subscribe to that on the website. Just click on tool deals and you'll see the link to sign up for that email. But I posted a 5 ways to get ready for Amazon Primes to make sure you save the most money possible. And if you want to check that out, there's 5 ways to do it, plus a few tips and tricks along the way. So all that's on the website.
Saving money on speakers is sound advice.
I agree.
According to Bethy Cat.
Looking for a Festool Domino in the Vienna area. Send an email request information if you can, please. I'm not sure, honestly, where.
For Ryobi?
I'm not sure where they're sold outside of the U.S.
Where are they at in the Vienna area? Oh.
How does the DeWalt compare to the Milwaukee? I haven't opened the 20 volt yet. It's actually still in the box. It just came in like a couple days ago. The 12 volt and the 12 volt Milwaukee and the 12 volt DeWalt, they're comparable, right? They do very similar things. I had them on the show last week, standing in front of me right here, and you can see them. Like the Milwaukee won't stand up on its own. It's kind of annoying. The Milwaukee on the top has the push button reverse and forward, where the DeWalt has a standard flip switch thing. But they're very comparable. All the heads are almost identical as far as how they work and everything. So it's just really depending on what color you like, yellow or red.
Grant Butler has been a member of our One Before Supporter Club for 42 months and says, I love my Milwaukee Fastback. I take it everywhere.
Yeah, they're nice. They are nice. Is it just me, or does Amazon seem to be creeping on sales? It was just Prime Days. They do this every year. They do a March sale. They do the Prime Day sale in July. They do an October sale, and they do a Black Friday sale. Mm-hmm. So basically 4 every year.
But you know what? I love the sales.
Hey, I like saving money. I mean, if you're looking for a tool,
I like shopping. Saving money is a bonus.
Yeah, exactly. But if you're looking for something,
yeah,
and you're like, man, I don't want to wait till Black Friday, and it comes out on Prime Day, like bonus.
Or if you're not ready for it now, you don't have to wait a whole nother year for the next Black Friday sale because you could hit the next sale. Yeah,
I like the Prime sales.
I do like the sales.
All right, it is time for Chandler's Choice. We need some jingles. We need Chandler to sing a jingle. I tried to get him to. He won't. So Chandler is a avid Arkansas Razorback fan.
He wanted that to
be known, that he was an avid Arkansas Razorback fan. So the fact that he picked this the week after Notre Dame stomped the crap out of Arkansas is a huge deal, he said. So he loved this flag, Notre Dame flag. It says, play like a champion. Got the Notre Dame logo on the top. Got the Notre Dame colors. This is from Jay Elmore, posted in the 731 Woodworks community on Facebook. You can go to facebook.com/groups/731 Woodworks if you want to join. But yeah, this is a really cool flag. Done a really good job. And that's Chandler's Choice.
Yes. And if you see something in the community that you want to nominate for Chandler's Choice, hashtag Chandler's Choice on it, and he can search those and he will pick from them.
Have you tried the Milwaukee M12 orbital sanders? Yes, they're fantastic.
Michael Mason with Loudamized Wood Shop has been a member of our 1 to 6 supporter club for 57 months. I save tools from your videos to my wish list so I can buy them when the sales come. Keep it up. It's a good idea.
Finally got the masket pocket hole in with all the bells and whistles. What a great tool. Yeah, they are nice.
Girl,
fallen. Almost forgot. What? I was going to talk about something. So tomorrow, if you don't know, tomorrow's a big day in the woodworking world, I think. Let me see if I can.
Tomorrow's a big day.
Tomorrow's a big day in the woodworking world.
Big day.
It is a big day. Tomorrow It says the rebellion begins. That's funny. Tomorrow, Kreg is
That is
releasing
pretty good.
for sale. I agree.
The Rebel.
The rebellion. There,
That's
I have a
pretty good.
video ready to go on the Kreg Rebel review. I did a full deep dive review in this thing. I'm telling you right now, these are really cool. So Kreg is releasing their own line of cordless tools. We went over this a couple weeks ago on the show if you haven't seen it. And I've got a full video out on all the Kreg tools that are coming out. But they all release tomorrow for sale. This is my prediction. It has nothing to do with the outlaw effect on this time. I just think it's going to be one of those things that just sells out fast. It says out of stock because they actually haven't put them in stock yet. These, tomorrow morning, should be able to buy the Kreg Rebel from several different retailers. If you're not signed up for my...
I think it's going to sell out so fast.
It's going to go fast.
It's going to go
unless
so
they
fast.
have like a bunch of them in stock. Like unless they have predicted this thing's going to be viral, we're going to, I think I just feel like it's going to go out of stock. I don't know that for a fact. I just have that feeling based on what I know about tools and people's buying trends and all that stuff.
I think it's just the general interest in this thing.
It's just so cool. There has never been one like this ever created in the history of woodworking, because this is the first portable battery-powered pocket hole jig. And I think it's one of those things that is just going to go. It's just going to go bananas. And they really thought of everything here. This is the full video. I kind of touched on it. I briefly touched on it for like 5 or 6 minutes here in this video, kind of giving you the high-level points of it. But this thing is so cool. It is. I think it's one of those things. Yeah, you have to get into the Kreg battery platform. I think there's a lot of people that's going to say, well, I'll wait for the battery adapter to come out so I can buy. I don't think there's going to be one. I think they're going all in on the cordless, and this is the only one like it. And nobody else has this. Nobody else will have this. I'm sure they got patents out the wazoo on this thing. And so it's going to prevent any competitor from coming out with a pocket hole machine like this. I think it's going to be big. And tomorrow's the day. And I think if you want to keep up with it, go to my website, 731woodworks.com. Tomorrow, click on the Tool Deals button. There's going to be a post on there where you can buy it. And so we'll have them linked there so you can find them easy.
Kurgan says you do have to be careful on the Amazon sales because multiple things in his wish list were more expensive on sale than normal price. It's not controlled. Yes, you have to.
There's a tip for you. If you go to a website called Camel.
Yeah, Mr. Gunn told him to.
Yeah, go to camel.com.
Is your friend.
And you can paste the link of that product in the Camel search bar, and it'll give you a price graph, how the lowest price it's ever been. That's how, if you follow my Tool Deals and I say lowest price ever, that's how we know that, because we use that and Keepa, Keepa, that tracks prices and lets you know, if it's a good deal or not. So we don't want to send out a deal on our deals list that was, it's saying it's 50% off when actually it's like $3 off, because they jacked the price up and then they reduced it down. So it shows like
Amazon's not the only one that's done that.
A lot of people do that.
A lot of people do that. And it makes me really mad.
So it's just one of those things like that. A lot of people do.
Yeah, I don't like it. Don't help it. Oh.
Julio says, thank you for replying to my message. You're welcome. I'm working on finishing all the school videos. Lots of great information. Please don't help in the kitchen. Yeah, if you don't know, Miss 731 here at Amy.Outlaw on Facebook. If you just go to facebook.com and search or on your Facebook app, at Amy.Outlaw, you can see all her shenanigans on there. She does a lot of funny videos.
Sometimes.
Mostly.
Matt does like to star my videos. So
yeah, anytime she gets the camera out, I'm coming.
Every time I try to get the camera out to do something, like he's not been out of this office for hours. Or he's telling me he's going to go out in the shop and he's going to be out there for a long time. So I'll set my camera up, and as soon as I press start, here he comes. I'm like, really? Dude, you can't stay away from the camera, can you?
Go check her out. She's doing cool stuff over there. I'll drop a link to her page in the chat. Yeah, we have fun. We do a lot of fun videos.
I love that picture of us.
I do too. That was taken at a speakeasy.
Mm-hmm. I think that was mine and Matt's era. We just missed it.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. I actually have the Keepa browser extension on my computer. So anytime I go to Amazon, it automatically, under the listing, under the pictures and the price, it automatically loads that price graph. And so I don't have to actually go to, if you're on desktop, it's much easier than
see it?
it's much easier than trying to, figure out type thing. I'm just trying to find a product to show you here. That one was brand new and not even released yet. So we'll take this for example. This is the Win. It's a Win jointer. Let me try to pull this up. This is a Win jointer on Amazon. If you scroll down under the pictures, under the price and everything, this is what Keepa looks like. And so it's showing me that for 3 months now, at least 3 months, it's been this exact same price. You can change the time graph here on the right from 1 year to all. And what you can do is hover over statistics, and it'll pop up the lowest price ever is in that first column all the way to the top. And then the average selling price over the last 90 days. This is extremely useful. This is one of those little browser extensions that I think should be on every computer, because it just makes it, you make sure you're getting a good deal on something, and it's not just one of those things where you're saving $3 or no dollars at all. So I like having that. Do you prefer the Rockler Crosscut sled or the PowerTech? They're very similar, if not the same, coming out of the same factory. They're almost identical. The reason I bought the PowerTech to begin with was because it was cheaper than I saw the Rockler one in a woodcraft store, and I actually while I was in there, like 2 or 3 people come in and bought one, and I was like, y'all sell a bunch of those? He said, we sell them all the time. I was like, well, I need to put one in a video. If they're that popular, people like these. And so when I went to look, it was like $200. I was like, yikes. And then I saw the PowerTech one. At the time, the PowerTech was like $50 less. I think it's like $25 less now because of everything's going up. And I was like, let me try that one. They look the same. And as far as I could tell, they're very similar. What do you think about the Wallabot stud finder? Never used it. Never used it. What would you use an electric hand plane for? Saw you post a short about it on Craftsman. Should be something I should look into. Flatten the glued up panels. It's going to be very difficult to flatten a full panel with a hand planer like that, electric hand planer. Those are really good for taking the edge off the board. So like on the actual edge, you can even use them to put a little chamfer on the edge or the corner of a board. If you like hanging doors and stuff like that, you can kind of shave the end of the door off and, make it so it doesn't rub things. But there's a couple different ways.
Kurgan wants to know what's the name of it. Your accent is throwing
Keepa, Keepa. I'll put it in the chat. Keepa.
It's so funny because when I make my reels, if I'm actually speaking in it, or we are, people go nuts in the comments about our accents, and I love it. It's hilarious because evidently we don't speak the same as some of the rest of y'all. So
how's the new DeWalt doing? Is
so
the video
funny.
doing? Which DeWalt are you talking about? The drill thing? Yeah, sorry about my accent.
We're what you call redneck.
Country. I made it your outdoor sectional couch. Good deal. I bought the plans. I just want to say thank you. It looks wonderful. Good deal.
Accent.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Glad to hear that. We still have ours on the deck, the same one in the video. So
What? The sectional?
Yeah, our section.
Yeah. Gosh, ours has gotten so much, I don't know what you call it, residue or dirt or.
Yeah, it's just grimy. It needs pressure washed, really.
And it needs to be pressure washed. I paid our son to do it, but he just barely did it because he was scared that it was going to take the finish off. And I was like, no, I'm okay with that. I'll restain it. Just he left it. It's okay though. Holds
Is there
up well.
any value in buying OEM Milwaukee track from a track saw over a PowerTech? The 154 Milwaukee 55 inches, a hard pill to swallow, but I do already have one. The PowerTech tracks are very similar. Where you'll notice a lot of times on those budget level tracks is they skimp on the bottom side of them. So the felt or the grippy stuff on the bottom aren't as grippy. And so they kind of slip and move a little bit. And that's really where, and the adhesives and stuff they use for the splinter guard doesn't stick as well. But for most things, like it's going to be fine. The track saw run on it. The issue you might have is if you try to line up or attach, if you have the bars to attach the two tracks together, and you have a PowerTech track and a Milwaukee track, they may not line up exactly perfect. So when your saw hits it, it may stop, or it may just kind of bump and cause an imperfection in your cut. And I've seen this with trying to put a Milwaukee track and a Festool track together. Just those two. Those are two high-end tracks. And when you put both of them together, they're close, like very, very close. But there's a tiny bump there, and it causes the track saw to kind of boop like that when it goes over. What do you think about best starting orbital sander? Also, do you think the best table saw is portable table saw? Best orbital sander, I think, under $100 is the DeWalt variable speed. You can get it on Amazon.
Michael Mason just said DeWalt.
Yeah, second to that is the Craftsman, because the Craftsman's not variable speed, but it'll save you about $20, $30. They're identical. I think they're made in the same factory. They're just painted with a different color.
Hey,
and then
what time is it?
Power tip time.
Okay, go ahead, finish.
The best portable table saw, I love the 8 1/4 DeWalt saw. I love that thing. I still have it. It's good. Evolution makes a good one. Skill makes a fantastic 10-inch saw. Those are probably my top 3 picks. Hercules makes a good 10-inch saw. And I feel like there was one more that I'm forgetting. What's the power tip? It was your turn.
Be curious, not judgmental.
Where'd you see that at?
So I looked up some stuff, but it's a quote by Carl Rogers. And what does that mean to you?
Be curious, not judgmental?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
So a lot of things that I hear people say, they're scared to try something new. And when you got ready to build certain things, you would always say, well, I'm not sure I can build that or anything. You were kind of judging yourself.
Yeah.
Being judgmental doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be judging somebody else, right? You could be judging yourself. So be curious. Be curious in yourself. Don't be judgmental, even to your own self. But if you see someone else out there trying something that's weird and way crazy, go with the flow. Maybe you should try something weird and way crazy too. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with it, right?
Yeah.
Some of the most beautiful things in the world have come from some of the worst ashes. So I saw that and I thought that was super cool.
That is cool. That's a good one. Steve Gale says, have you tried the new Skill portable table saw? No, I haven't. The 8 1/4 one, I haven't tried that one yet. Cobalt, that's right. Cobalt, I did try the Cobalt. It's a really nice portable saw as well. What do you think about the DCF 850 for pocket screws? Not sure what that is.
I'm having a hold
DCF 50. What is a DCF?
Did you see her?
850. DCF 850.
Is this in your way?
Is that the Castle thing? No, it's not. Is it a General Tools thing? I'm not sure what that is. Ryan says he just got the DW618PK. That's a router, if you don't know, and I love it because of your videos. Literally got it today. Good deal. Yeah, it's a really good router. If you don't know what that is, it's the fixed and plunge-based DeWalt router, 2 1/4 horsepower. Fantastic. It's either that or the Bosch. You can't go wrong with either one of those. They're both really good. Kevin Kane says there are only 86 more days.
Till Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but we have like the saddest. We're going to have the saddest Christmas.
We'll have 2 now that I think about it.
Yeah. But it'll be like the saddest Christmas ever because, I mean, not really. It's not. I shouldn't say that. It's different. It's not going to, it's going to be very different, but it won't be sad. Because of our house being under construction at the time, we're only going to be able to put out the Christmas tree in here, which will be the 731 family tree. And then I'm going to put 1 tree in the house and no other Christmas decorations or trees or anything can go up this year because by the time they start tearing our house apart, tearing everything out, like we're going to have to move everything to other parts of the house. So like I can't move in extra stuff because I just won't have room for it. So, and then by the time they're finished, it'll almost be Christmas. So,
and speaking of the community Christmas tree, if you'd like to send an ornament or something you've made that can go on a tree, a small thing, we're going to have it back here. It doesn't have
to be lavish.
No,
don't go buy anything.
Yeah, you don't have to buy it. You can put your sticker on a piece of wood, or you can just send us your sticker and we'll get it on there.
We have some wood ornaments.
You can mail that to P.O. Box 731, Monticello, Arkansas 71657. It's on the screen there. You can just mail us your ornament, and we'll get it on the community tree. What do you call a Christmas wreath with 150
Aretha Franklin?
Aretha Franklin.
That's a good one, Belty Cat. I like that one.
Automatic impact from DeWalt. Oh, okay. So, yeah, it has a mode that stops with any resistance. I actually tried that. It's a really cool little automatic mode. Who else has that? Is it Kreg? Kreg, is there a new impact? I'm almost certain it has automatic mode on there. Yeah, so those are really cool. I actually use impact drivers on most of my pocket screws. A lot of people recommend drills. I recommend most people use drills unless you're comfortable knowing where the pocket screw is tight. Because if not, you can strip it out or you can blow it through to the other side of the bore. So you want to kind of be careful with that. But I use impact drivers all the time for that. Hey, Eric Shorty, what's up, man?
Bobble Bob said that he just got our board butter and can't wait to try it on his cutting boards.
Appreciate that.
I let us kind of run out of stock. Well, we ran out of stickers for it, so we were out of stock online for a couple of days. That was
couldn't see a blank can.
But then I realized that I was not out of stickers. I had just put them in a place where I did not look, and so we paid for rush order to have new stickers sent. You know, it's just one of those things.
Mr. Gunn says, what are your plans for when you reach 1 million subscribers? If, Lord willing, you never know. So I figure that'll be a while. I'm figuring
that's going to have to be our big
it has to be the big 731 bash.
Because
things just
haven't had time.
I think we'll probably have an in-person event, probably have a massive giveaway of some
That's
sort.
where we get to give away the CNC.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got Carbide 3D is on board with donating a CNC for us to give away. Mm-hmm. And then we'll partner with some other people too, and then we'll chip in and throw some good stuff in there. But this will be a while. We're like at 800 and something thousand, 810, 820, if I remember right. So 200,000 subscribers is if we keep the pace that we have over the last several years, I figure at this pace, again, we don't know. Lord knows we don't. Year and a half, 2 years. So we have a while. Unless things just go, we'll see. Which that'd be a good thing.
Thank you, Bob. He said, like the little gift bag. I love adding those to our orders.
Called the survival kit.
Mm-hmm. As a teacher, one year, it was maybe my second year of teaching, one of the other teachers on the first day of school it was actually first day of school for teachers, so no students there yet, brought a little packet like that for all the other teachers in the building and called it a teacher survival kit. And it had like certain things in it that were meaningful to teachers. And it made an impact on me back years ago. And so when we started doing these orders, I told Matt, I was like, what a cool little idea, because that thing, I don't know, sometimes just a small little thing can make an impact on you. And I thought that's why I do it, because it made an impact on me when somebody else did it. I thought it was cool. Grant Butler, we hope we do.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Never know. I think that's it. The reason I said if, I was trying to pull this up, make sure I got it right. If I tell her I'll be right back, or if I tell somebody I'll see you tomorrow, I always end it with Lord willing. And the reason I say that is because of James 4:13 through 17. It says, come now, for when you say today or tomorrow, we will go to such and such city, spend a year there, buy and sell, make a profit. Whereas you do not know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? It is even a vapor that appears for a little time and then vanishes away. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we shall live and do this or that. That's why I do that. It's because it's basically saying don't boast in your arrogance, because we don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, I would love to be able to hit 1 million subscribers, but I don't know. I may not be here. And
Mr. Gunn, we would love to hit 10 million too. We'd love to have that diamond plaque.
That's why I always say if, or Lord willing, that kind of thing.
So Grant, on the little kits, we actually make the survival kit with each order. So they're not made ahead of time. And it sounds silly. I know that time-wise it would be better to have them made up, But the way I've always felt about it, it's like for every order that I pack, I make the kit at the time for that specific order. So for me, it kind of just feels like I'm making that particular kit in that moment for that person, and that goes directly to them. And if Chandler walks in or Matt walks in or somebody and hands me a different order or something, I make sure that kit that I'm working on with whoever's invoice is in my hand stays with that person. It's just kind of a thing of mine. I don't know why. It's just, it makes it feel a little bit more personal to me because I feel like I'm making it in the moment for that person because they made the order with us in that moment, you know. And so I don't know. It's almost, I don't know.
Well, I mean, the reason we put those things in there, she puts those things in there, is just because we want a special touch or an individual or a personalized touch in every single physical order. And so when you order something that's like board butter or a tray or anything like that on 731, then she wants to be able to include that.
David Johnson said he still has his kit when he ordered his board butter. I love doing the little kits. We actually used to, and I hate that I had to take it out, but time-wise, I just couldn't do it because when there's a lot of orders, this made it really hard. But I actually used to make a special dust, sawdust, magic sawdust that went in every kit. But it was so incredibly hard because the little bags that you had to put them in,
bitty bags.
it was so, y'all just don't understand how hard it was to, and when you're trying to get orders out and the dust thing,
we would take sawdust from the shop out of my dust collection.
Don't tell my special concoction. I may one day get to put it back in there.
We would take sawdust.
It was magical sawdust.
It was sawdust from my shop, and she would put her magic spin on it, and then they was in little bags.
And then I had these little bitty spoon things, and I would dip some out to put in this little bitty opening that took forever to open the little thing, and then you had to make sure it sealed back so that it didn't spill out and everything. It was something, y'all.
Ryan says, if you were to go get your first ever planer,
what would you go get?
What would you go and get? I would probably order it online just because it's easier, but if you want to go get it, I would get the DeWalt DW735X. I think it's just a proven workhorse over the years, and it's just one of those things that it's a time-tested. Thing's been out for almost 2 decades, if not over 2 decades now, and it's just a solid machine. And you can upgrade it later to a helical head if you wanted to. And it's just one of those things that's the one I would pick if out of the ones that are under $1,000 anyway.
Thank you, the Autumn Crone.
Mr. Gunn says, is being YouTube famous weird, and how has it changed life? I don't know if I'm famous. We get recognized a lot in airports for whatever reason. But yet it at first it was like, it was, I don't know how to say it. It was strange that people would recognize you. Like I was like, it wasn't weird. Like I wasn't weirded out by it. I was just like taken aback, humbled that people even noticed and would see me. We was in Nashville, or flying to Nashville. We was in Atlanta on a connecting flight in the airport. I was starving. And we had like 2 seconds before we get on the plane, it felt like.
If you don't know Matt gets very irritable if he's not had food every so often. I got
this sandwich thing from one of these little restaurants inside the hotel or inside the airport, and we was waiting. And I was like chomping this thing down, man. I had a giant bites, and I was trying to get, because I don't want to be the guy sitting on the airplane eating a sandwich while everybody else has to smell it. So I'm like just trying to choke it down. And I had a giant bite. This dude walks up. He's like, or his wife or girlfriend or something says, "Are you 731?"
I'm scared to ask.
Dude, by the time he walked over, I was still chewing, man. I was like,
he said but what was so funny is it was a whole group of them. The guys recognized them. Well, we saw them again the next day in Nashville because they were going there too, but on a different flight. Yeah. We saw him the next day, and the guy came back up to him, and he was laughing. He said, "Man, I saw you across the room. I thought that couldn't be him. You were eating that sandwich hard."
I was hungry. But yeah, it can be. It could feel. I don't know how. It is strange, like that people recognize you and stuff. It's a huge blessing
to meet people.
And how has it changed my life? Like that part really hasn't really, but YouTube as a whole, like this whole thing, God has used to change our lives massively. We get to spend every single day together now. She went overnight with her daughter last week before last, to Little Rock, spent overnight. That's the first time since 2023 that we've been apart more than a couple 3 hours at a time. Like we just don't spend time apart. And so that's been a massive blessing. Just being able to have every day with her, just to spend the time together. Yeah, I'm in here working. She may be back, but we're in the house together and we go do things together. And it's like, that's probably the biggest change I think's been amazing personally.
I think Matt forgets also that before YouTube, he was a lot more introverted. And I think this has really made who he was meant to be kind of come out. I think that's probably been the biggest change I've seen in him, is the real him has emerged from this. And I think that's been really cool.
I've always been this way around her, you know, but like on camera, I think is what you're talking about.
No. I'm talking about in general. I think it's changed him. I think it's changed you in a way that's been for the better.
Yeah.
Not that you were bad before. I just think that this has really made you who you were meant to be. And I think there's been a happiness there.
It's probably the no stress of the police job.
Yeah.
Daniel says, "Where did the 731 come from?" It's actually our anniversary, July 31st.
Have a son named Daniel.
It's our anniversary. It's July 31st.
Mm-hmm.
We met on July 31st, 1999, and we were married the next year, July 31st, 2000. So that's our anniversary. So 731 just seemed fitting. It's the day that changed my life, and we're talking about life changing. The day I met her changed my life forever. And so I thought when we started trying to figure out what we're going to name this thing, and so that's how we named it. Planning to visit Woodcraft or Rockler for the first time this week, Chicagoland. Any tips for a newbie woodworker? First
You're gonna
time in the
love
store. You'll love it. Just take your time. Don't rush.
Mm-hmm.
Take it all in. You know, depending on the stores, some stores are more have a lot more inventory than others, depending on who owns it. Rockler stores should be pretty much the same anywhere. They're mostly all corporate stores. Woodcraft can be a corporate store or it can be a franchisee store, and it just depends on how well stocked they are and things like that. But just take your time, ask questions. From what I've seen, every staff member at Rockler or Woodcraft have been more than willing to be helpful, answer any questions you may have. But I like to just kind of window shop. You know, I like to just walk around, look at stuff. That's one thing you don't get to do online, right? You get to put your hands on things that maybe you haven't tried before. If you're like kind of Festool curious, you can go back to the Festool section in Rockler or Woodcraft, get your hand on a sander, look at it, that kind of thing. So that's when I like them. Well, I think that's about to do it for this week.
I think so. And we won't be here next week.
Yep. Programming note, we will not be here next week.
We'll be at Vid Summit. So
we'll catch y'all, Lord willing, in 2 weeks.
Yep. Y'all have a good week.
See ya.